I think I did it.
Oh, we're recording. I feel
Oh.
like right now. I'm excited to sit and listen. You guys, it's 11:30 and we're having a little pop-up call and I love it. I really wanted Morgan and Shelby to chat with you guys today because they have something really cool going on. Their businesses are extremely aligned right now in their goals, and it's really apparent that they're pushing each other because like one will send a share cart and then the other one will send a share cart, and then one of them is oh my gosh, too excited. One of them is at Success Club 6, and then the other one hit Success Club 6, and then all of a sudden they're both at like 14 and 18 or something crazy like that. So whatever they're doing is working really well and pushing each other, and I am excited by it and inspired by it because I don't even have like somebody I push my business with, if that makes sense. So I'm excited to learn from them because there's something really super powerful about having this sort of business relationship where you spur one another on rather than are jealous of one another and in competition with one another. But don't let it fool you. They're definitely in competition. It's just healthy competition. So I'm going to throw it over and let them give us all the goods.
For example, Shelby is beating me in stinking Success Club right now. And I'm like, I have 2 share cards out right now, and that's what I need to catch her. So it's definitely healthy competition.
Yeah, I was gonna say
we cheer each other on though.
Yeah, and it's not like she said, it's not a jealous thing. It's more of like a competition, and okay, yeah, it's pushing us and encouraging us, and so yeah, it's super awesome. Okay, so we made some super simple slides just to help keep it. Oh shoot, I need to share my screen first. Just to really like keep us on track. Oops. Okay. Can you
really complicated stuff?
Yeah, it's really really long and drawn out. But okay, so honestly, we really just wanted to talk about like the basics of what a success partner is and like how the heck you even go about finding one, what it means, like all of that stuff. So first off, especially if you're newer, you're like, what in the world? Like, what's a success partner mean? Like, where would I even go to find one? Anything like that. If you're new within your first month or so, like your upline is probably or should be like your success partner, unless they've found someone like that started the same time as you, that they're like both like, or they're pouring into both of you. So if you don't have one, like, don't stress out about it. That's what like we want to talk about. And so totally feel free after this. I don't know if Paige like wants to put something out there about like matching people up or whatever, like we can obviously figure that out. But like, who is that person that like for Morgan and I, like it just kind of like happened. Like, yes, like you could be paired with somebody, which is like super awesome. But we kind of just like the middle of February, we were like, or where's Success Partners? Like, page, right? And so that's probably like unique. I don't know how it happens like really for other people, but totally, like, especially as you like grow in your business, you want to be able to have that person that you can go to with like, yes, business things, but also like Morgan holds me accountable for other things too, like my eating or like my workouts or whatever it is. So like kind of moving into like what they do, like what do Morgan and I do as success partners? Like, what does that look like? First off, we talk every day. Like a lot is obviously about coaching. Like we also know like what's going on in each other's lives, like because like we've become so close, which is awesome. But a main thing that we do is we tell each other our weekly goals. So like especially in monthly goals. So especially at the beginning of the month, we're like, okay, I definitely want to be at Success Club 10 by this date, and I want to be at Success Club 20 by this date, or I want to get at least 2 working coaches this month, or like last week I was sitting at Success Club 4 for like over a week, and I was so over it because I had so many people that kept telling me they were gonna do it, whatever, blah blah blah. And so I was like, I'm gonna be at Success Club 10. I'm gonna be at Success Club 10. And then the weekend came and I wasn't. And Morgan texted me on Monday and was like, we're at Success Club this week or what? And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna hit it by tomorrow, okay? So like just stuff like that. And obviously I know some like not everyone is going to be like us, and that is fine. Like, you need to know like the person that you're going to be success partners with, and they need to be somebody that's going to be honest with you, and also somebody that is going to not necessarily just like put you down and be like, why aren't you doing the things? But you know what, like, I can go to Morgan with my frustrations, and I do, and I'm like, oh, why? But she does not let me stay there, and she does not necessarily like dismiss what I'm feeling or how irritated I am, but she's like, okay, well then, like, what are we going to do about it? Do we need to find, like, let's find, like, work on getting a different working coach, or work on getting find somebody else that you've been talking to, or do follow-ups, or whatever it is. So that is a major thing that we do, is tell each other our weekly goals and keep each other accountable for them. And we don't make excuses for each other. Like, okay, yes, sometimes life is insane and it's crazy, but just because I am running around like a chicken with my head cut off doesn't mean that I need to skip listening, or skip reading my Bible, or skip my personal development, or skip my workout, or whatever. If I'm not going to do as many connections as I want, I'm going to tell Morgan, okay, I didn't do what I wanted today, but tomorrow I'm going to make up for what I didn't do today, and hold me to it. Like, I'm not going to go to bed until everything I wanted to get done today and tomorrow is done. And so she doesn't let me make excuses for myself, but she also like doesn't let me beat myself up over it either. So moving on into more of like the when and why, and obviously, Mo, if you want to say something about the other part, have at it. But
yeah, I would guess I was going to touch on just the process of how we kind of became success partners just a little bit more. Well, I remember originally when Shelby signed up, Paige said, I think you're really going to like her. I went to her social media page and there was not much going on over there. And I was like, okay. What are you talking about? And she didn't really show her personality yet on there. So I didn't really know what to expect, didn't know anything. And then, so I didn't even follow her, to be honest. I was like, had my eye on her during the theme page, but I wasn't like, I stalked her and then I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. Other than loving Jesus, I thought that was awesome, but like, I'm kind of crazy out there, and she hadn't really showed the world that side of herself yet. So I didn't even follow her. And then we got stuck on a team call at like a 5 a.m. power hour or something that we did. And we used to do those, good times. And we were left on there last, and we started talking, and I was like, oh, dang, okay. I kind of like talking to this chick. So I ended up following her there, and then we've just kind of supported each other. So I almost want to talk about the dating phase, because I've had other people that I, stay in touch with, and I feel like I was kind of, I wouldn't say full on success partner with, but just like we would push each other, motivate each other to get our goals. And I think that's awesome. You can have multiple people that you're doing that with, but then you kind of figure, but then like, I feel like you kind of zone in and you figure out people who you relate to on your businesses are in a similar space, and your businesses are in a similar space, as well as where you are in your life. Obviously, like, I'm married and Shelby's not, and so that's different, but we neither of us have kids, but spiritually we both are believers, and that's a really important part. So really, I think it kicked off once we are running our own Bible study group on Facebook. And so like, we just really grew in that, and then realized how similar our businesses were, and just kind of hit the ground running. So don't be afraid to talk to multiple people to push yourselves, because that's okay. I know, Shelby's still doing that a lot. She's still got it. No, I'm just kidding. But seriously, it's okay to talk to multiple people. But I feel like as you continue to dive into this community, you'll find more and more people who align with you in this business and align with you in life. And I feel like that's important to have an alignment in both areas. What was it going into? The when. Okay, so when is a good time to find the success partner? Obviously, like Shelby said, when you're a new coach, talk to your coach all the time. Your coach is your success partner. Bug the crap out of her. Ask her all the questions. We want to help new coaches in every way, shape, or form. Like, we love it. Bring on the questions. There's no such thing as a bad question. And we want to celebrate your successes, and we want to push you too to move your businesses forward. Once you kind of move out of that new coach stage, then you need to, I think the key is diving into the community, diving into If you see other coaches in your feed posting, if you see coaches in Fit for More that maybe aren't directly on the same team as you, that's fine. That's awesome. Just finding people that you just communicate with, and then when you start talking about the business, it just kind of happens naturally as coaches. We talk about, oh, where are you at for Success Club this month? Okay, what are your goals? What are you going after? So just kind of doing that dating phase of asking all the right questions of where their coaching business is at. And then that's going to help you figure out if you guys are going to be a good fit or not. So when would really depend on where you're at with your business. If you've been doing this for a long time, but you have this new fire, maybe you're pushing for diamond, find someone else who's pushing for diamond and run with them. If you're pushing for emerald, find someone who's pushing for emerald and run with them. You know, maybe similar personality types is good as well. If you're super outgoing and crazy on social media and then someone is kind of shy and quiet, maybe not the best match there originally. You know, that's what I thought was going on with Shelby, but she's out there. It's fine. But yeah, maybe if you have kids, you can relate to someone who has kids. So just finding someone who has common ground both in your business and as well, yeah, as well as the person who is in the same life phase as you is also important too. And why? Why have a success partner? Why have partners, a group? Even pods are good as well. I know really tight friendships are formed during Team Cup month, and just having a group of people to push with is so helpful, and to just share, you know, what should I say in this message? How should I reply? It's still, even 2 years in this business, I'm still asking Shelby sometimes, oh, what's the best way to handle this message? Just because there's so many ways to learn and so many ways to do things, and maybe I just want to try something new. So it's so important to have someone who you can bounce ideas off of, someone who can push and someone who can motivate you, because it's so easy to get discouraged in this business. Like, you can go and have a week straight of just no, 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 no. And you're like, what is the point? What is the point? Why am I doing this? You have to remember your why, and you have to have someone who can remind you of your why and why you're pushing and why you're doing this and why it's important that we continue to show up even when it's hard. So I think it's just so vital to have someone or a group of people, whatever it is, whatever your jam is, to just push you, to motivate you, and to keep you going. And it's all about the community. We know that in our challenge groups. That's why people show up. They show up in the community. And so in our coaching businesses, when it gets hard, we have the community. Obviously, we have this big group, but there's just something special about having someone personal to push you, someone who is there in your corner. You know, when you feel like, when you're dealing with something really hard, someone who's gonna, I don't know if you guys have seen that video of the basketball player who shoots his shot and is running down the court with his head down. To have that person who comes and lifts your chin up and says, no, keep your head up. It's okay. Keep moving. So that's what I have.
Yeah. I don't know if, oh, okay, hold on. I was just gonna like stop sharing this. But I think really the only thing that I was gonna add was like knowing like where both of you, like Morgan said, where you're at in your business, but also where you want to go, like what your goals are. And she kind of touched on that with like what your why is. But if since Morgan knows that I want to do this full time by the end of this year, like I cannot, especially now, but I shouldn't anyways, but especially now, like I should not be like, oh, I'm just gonna like, I'll be fine, I'll finish up, or I'll catch up with my connections next week, or I'll do this next week, or I'll do this, whatever. No, like, I mean, she's like, okay, well, then your goal isn't really realistic if you're not gonna put the action behind it and the work behind it too. So knowing where you want to go with your business, especially like during that dating phase, because you don't want to be with someone that's like, oh yeah, I just want to like work on hitting Success Club and like pay for my stuff and like I'll hit diamond eventually. Like, okay, well, if you're ready to run and you want to hit diamond by the end of second quarter qualification, then I'm sorry, but y'all can still be friends. Y'all can still talk every day and whatever, but you need to find somebody that is going to push you and somebody that is going to hit Success Club and somebody that is looking for working coaches, because that you like totally go off of each other as far as energy goes. Like, and that doesn't mean that just because your success partner is at Success Club 20, that means that you're going to be at Success Club 20. I mean, like February, I hit Success Club like 10, I think, on the last day of February, and Morgan was at 20 or 18, I think, or something within like with like 6 days left or something.
So like for me in March.
Yeah, so it just like, but like if honestly, if it wasn't for her and like for our team cup, I don't know if I would have hit Success Club 10. And my goal for 2020 is to hit Success Club 10 every single month. So like having them and having her and our team cup know about that was insanely helpful and helped me push like through that end of the month. So
we've also been doing our team calls together, which has been fun to have, you know, people from our team, but just like having them come together and bounce ideas off of each other, and just being able to share from both sides has been really, I feel like, beneficial as well. So we'll just split a team call. Like last night we ran one on consistency. I talked all about consistency in your business and your health journey and social media. And then Shelby talked about consistency with tracking. And we just, you know, you make it work, and it's been really beneficial, and our teams seem to really enjoy having those joint team calls as well.
And it gets them, like, especially the newer coaches, knowing some more people without it being like so like super overwhelming on their first big team call. Like I remember my first team call was a Spear and Spunk one, and Megan's talking about like 3-star and all this stuff, and I'm like, time out, I don't even know who you are, and I have no idea what you're talking about. So anyways, that like has been helpful too for them. So yeah, for sure. But I think that's really all that I had. I don't know about you, or if there's anything else Paige wants us to like kind of touch on.
Well, I wrote down a few things I wanted to mention, so maybe if you have something to say after. But I wanted to mention that the evidence of having a successful success partner is twofold. Number one, the evidence is in your business. Is your business moving forward with this person? If you are success partners and you're not growing and you're sitting at Success Club 0 together, or you haven't added any new coaches, either of you, you need to reevaluate your success partner, because that person is not pushing you and you're not pushing that person, and that's okay. And you need to recognize that, and you need to pick somebody different. The reason these two stuck out to me is because I just noticed, they didn't even tell me what they were doing. I really had no idea until today. But I'm like, okay, very similar things are happening in their businesses as I go and look in my back office. When I see that they are climbing Success Club together, and they're both at Success Club 10, and now they're both over Success Club 10, and I see them doing things together, they've visited one another, I'm like, okay, something is going on here that's really powerful. The second thing where you find your evidence is in your attitude whenever you're together and once you leave each other. Was your time together spent life-giving? Did you walk away from that feeling energized, or did you walk away from that feeling drained? And a lot of that is just personality. Like I could guarantee you, each of us could pair up together in this group, and some of us would walk away from each other feeling drained, and some of us would walk away from each other feeling energized. And that says nothing about either person, but your success partner must be somebody that gives you life and makes you feel energized afterwards. So really pay attention to that. And it's okay to step away from a success partner if it doesn't work. Like I said, if you notice in the comments, I've had several that I've tried out, but I've never found what Shelby and Morgan have. Is my business still successful? Yes. Which is the last thing I wanted to mention, is that your success is ultimately your responsibility. If you sit at Success Club 0 every month, what are you going to do to change that? If your goal is emerald or diamond and you're not hitting that 6 months after you set it, what are you going to do to change that? Because there is no success partner in the world. There is no upline in the world that's going to get you there. It is your responsibility to do that. But these two have shown me that it is of great value to have somebody that you can spur one another on and do it together, because their businesses have moved like crazy.
Yes, I want to say to anyone who's trying to push rank to encourage you, because same. I've been pushing for Diamond for I don't know how long, but I've been really pushing for Diamond probably since February, really, is when I just started like, okay, I'm doing this, coach, like just signing up people. And for a while, I was just waiting on someone on my team to hit Emerald. I'm like, come on, come on. And kind of, I feel like the beginning of this month and the end of last month, I'm like, okay, it's not happening. I got to find someone else. You can't just sit there and wait for one person to make it happen. And so I'm just building up that leg. Like someone's going to pop Emerald. Someone's going to make it happen. And whoever that is someone who wants to work and wants to run this business. And that's who I want to work with anyways, people who are just ready to go, ready to work. And so if you're waiting for someone, for rank, go find someone else. Go find your people. If you're not at Emerald yet, go do it. Try to make it happen like tonight. Like you can 100% rank to Emerald way faster than you think it is. I know me personally, I know Shelby talked about it, like we've talked about it before. We thought that Diamond was this far off thing, and really it's so doable especially the way that we're signing up people with the discount, because that's the best thing for our clients anyway, is to have that discount. It is so doable. You hit Success Club 10, that's 5 people right there. You only need, 3 to have the right amount, and then just get your emeralds. So find your workers. If you don't have someone who's working with you, keep looking, keep showing up, but also being consistent in your business as well, because that's you're going to see the success.
For sure. I don't really have anything to add. You kind of like took it. Like that was exactly it. It was perfect.
Cassidy, you asked a question. I don't see. Oh, you can unmute yourself. I don't know what you mean.
So like they were saying that like signing people up with a discount right now, what is that? So like what is the discount?
So when you sign people up as coaches, they get a 25% off discount on all of their products and everything. So that's kind of something that we've been doing, is just signing everyone up as a coach. Unless they have a problem with it, then that's fine. Send them a share card as a regular customer, but signing them up as a coach, you're giving them that 25% off discount. And for me personally, I'm offering the nutrition bundle every single time. And
Okay.
so if you offer that nutrition bundle on top of it, they can get their challenge pack and the nutrition bundle, which usually the nutrition bundle, guys, is usually $120. They can get it for $35 when they add it to. Like, it's incredible. So like, in order to get that price, they have to be a coach.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
And we can like share it later. We have like a message that we send to them after we send the share cart with, because I used to ask like, hey, do you want to like sign up as a coach just so that you can, and like people are like, oh, like they get kind of freaked out by it. But when you like, I send the share cart, and then I send them a message just saying like, hey, by the way, it's going to look like your account is a coach account because I sign up everyone this way, so that you can utilize the 25% off discount and really go all in with the program and get everything at discount, blah, blah, blah. It's not exactly like that. It's worded way better, but I just have it in my notes and I have it saved. So we can totally share like what we send. And I tell them at the end, like, if the first month it's free, and after that, if you want to cancel it, I can help you do that. And I have some people that I had like 3 people maybe since I started doing this in December, that have said no, mainly because of you have to put your social security number in. And then I've only had like 2 or 3 people cancel completely. Now, some people don't keep up with their products every month and like skip a month here or there, but they keep up with the discount because they know like, okay, I can come back and get something for 25% off. So
one thing I love about that too is I don't have to remember to go back and check, okay, who's still ordering and who do I need to offer this to? Because it could easily, like 6 months could pass and I would have never asked somebody about it, and they've overspent 25% every single time they order. And I feel like it does it gives us a peace of mind to know like we're offering this. They always know there is the discount, and if they want to cancel it, that's fine. I don't care if they want to do that, but I'm at least helping them get the best deal from day one. And I don't have to like keep a list of, okay, now I'm going to go offer this discount.
Yeah, for sure. And There was something else that I said. Oh, Morgan kind of touched on this, but it makes Diamond so doable. If you hit Success Club, so like if you're a brand new coach and you hit Success Club your first 3 months, that's 9 people. And so you are obviously like some of those people aren't going to stay active. So if you make your goal bigger, cool, or it might just take you an extra month, that's fine. But like it makes it like, okay, whoa, what the heck? In 3 months, all I would need to be worried about is like finding people who actually want to work and who are hitting Emerald. And on that note, this is kind of off topic, but if you're a new coach, do not think that you are too young of a coach or like too like new of a coach to not be looking for people to help start their coaching business. I waited too long. Now, I'm thankful for like this journey and how God like timed everything, because it has been like so amazing and I'm very thankful. But also like you are not too new of a coach to start thinking about like your team and who you want to attract and who like you want to work with and go on a team retreat with and do all these things with, and you can learn right alongside of them. That's why we have the coach crash course, so that we can all be pouring into that, and all of the stuff is there for you, so all you get to walk through that crash course with them. So yeah, that was kind of off topic, but I'm really passionate about that because I wish that I would have started that sooner, but it's okay.
Perfect. Well, thank you guys so much. Super helpful information for everybody. Everyone, thanks for coming. I love having pop-up calls. I'm going to try to do this once a week. I mean, what else are we going to do right now? So thank you for coming. As always, let Shelby and Morgan know if you have questions about what they talked about. Stay immersed in this community, you guys. This is a weird time, and we have a lot to offer. So we'll talk to you later.
Yeah.